Hello YouTubers, this is Man of Steel 4089 and right now I'm doing a quick, and I mean quick review of my iPhone 4. I'm going to have a more in-depth review to you later on in the week. Now, I have before you three iPods. I have the iPod Touch second generation, which the only difference between the first and second is that this one actually had speakers that were external so you can listen to it even though you didn't have your earbuds. This is the iPhone 3G, which is my previous phone and also a phone that I did an overview of. And this is the current iPhone, which is the iPhone 4, which is what this review is about. Now, quick thing on the size. Let me move this over. Just want to do a quick size comparison of the three devices. Now, mind you, I have put the iPhone 4 in the center, sandwiched in between the two. Now, if you notice, the iPhone 3G is a lot more round on the back, and when I take out the phones I'll show you, and it's actually thicker than the iPhone 4, and the iPod Touch, even though it's not a phone, is actually the thinnest one. However, you have to remember that while it is the thinnest one, it does not have a camera nor the processor speed of either one of the previous Apple products. Now, turn to its side. Take a look at that right there. Clearly thicker, but that could just be because of the size. But you can also notice some different aesthetic changes. If you notice over there, instead of having that little swivel stick on the left, you're going to have two separate buttons, which is a plus and minus, which is devoted to volume control, ringer control, so on and so forth. On the top, it's a vibration feature, which on the iPhone 3G used to be tripped all the time. I would accidentally switch it to vibrate on the fly and I wouldn't even know it. On that one, there's a little bit more force to it, which I prefer. This way I wouldn't switch it back and forth. The iPhone 4, as you can see how flat it is, actually has glass on the back and on the front, the same glass that you would use for a touchscreen, which means it's scratch resistant. It's a lot harder than plastic. I don't remember the exact specs, it's 10 times or 40 times harder than plastic, but scratch resistant. It's supposed to have a fingerprint resistant cover and back, but to be honest, I see fingerprints on this all the time and smudges, as you can see as well. Sorry, I haven't cleaned it. If you notice on the front, there is a camera. It's a 5 megapixel camera that's also capable of video, which is in 720p HD, but that's not the main camera. That's actually just a face camera for doing what's called FaceTime, which is video recording as well as video sending, so you can have video conference calls with other people. Actually, it's other iPhones currently, and you have to be on Wi-Fi to use that feature. I've only done it one time within the Apple Store to demonstrate it to somebody else who had it also. Now, if we flip it over, you're going to find the main camera, which is also 5 megapixel, but it has an LED flash that's on there. You can set it to auto as well as automatic as well as always on or off. It's an excellent feature and it's very easy to use. I'll do a quick demonstration in just a quick second. Now, let's turn it on. Right off the bat, you'll notice that I have a wallpaper on the back. If I were to turn on my 3G, there is no wallpaper on the back. You cannot put a wallpaper on the back of the iPhone 3G, but you can on the Apple iPhone 4. Does it have anything to do with the processor? No. However, it pretty much just does a quick aesthetic difference, a little customization for yourself, a little personalization. Now, on the iPhone 4, as you can see, I have a utilities folder. Now, what this is just two apps that I mushed together, and pretty much, instead of having 10,000 like pages for all your apps, you can actually move the apps together, and what they do is you just make an app folder. And when you do that, it automatically assigns them a name to it. However, you can assign your own name. However, for example, I took Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, and Skype, and I mushed them together into one folder and automatically named them the social folder, which is true. These are social networking apps, and it's fantastic that the computer or processor rather on here can distinguish that. And as you can tell, I have games on this, but when I mushed them together, it not only did it put it as games, but it also gave them their own category, whether it was puzzle gaming, action gaming, sports gaming, which you name it. And I think it's pretty cool that it can do that. It can distinguish that fact. Um, it has a multitasking feature, just by double tapping the home screen, you can actually go through and switch back and forth between the apps that you've been using. I wanted to do a quick review of that, but I'm going to do it more in my in-depth review. Now, I want to do a quick thing about the internet, which right now I am not connected to my Wi-Fi. I'm connected to AT&T's 3G network. Now, mind you, a lot of people keep saying that 3G networking for AT&T kind of sucks, but in Tampa, it's not that bad. It's just as fast as Verizon, if not faster, and it never lost any bars. And except when I'm in a concrete room, that's the only time I've ever lost it. And the break room that we have in my store actually is embedded in concrete. Go figure. Now, let me just do Yahoo, for example. It takes a bit to load, but then again, if you want something to be super fast, you can get connected to Wi-Fi or use a computer to surf the internet instead of a phone. I can go right back to the Apple. Now, Apple's got a lot of shit going on the website, so it takes a little bit longer to load. But as you can see, loads really fast right there, lightning fast. And the processor speed on this is clocked, I think, at a gigahertz. So it is a very fast processor speed. I can load apps much faster than I could on my 3G. So let's do Tetris. Right there. Let's do Tetris on my iPhone 3G. On the iPhone 4, let it be shown that it didn't even touch that loading screen. It just completely skipped it. So a lot faster on the iPhone 4 as opposed to the iPhone 3G, which is expected. Now, let's take a look at the camera just really quick because I am running out of time. Right here. This is the standard camera. Now I have about to switch it to on. There we go. I have the flash on. So let's see how bright the LED flash is on this. Let me just move it to the side. It's a nice bright LED flash. You can see there's my laundry and my closet. You know, not too bad. Not too bad at all. And mind you, the phone is a beautiful Retina display. And I want to do a quick overview of the HD camera. However, I did a little something sneaky. What I did instead was I actually filmed the review for the overview for this phone with my iPhone 4. So if you want to see just how good the HD camera is on that, take a look at my iPhone 3G overview, which is going to be shown on the right side in about a couple days once I get it hooked up, all right? In the meantime, keep in touch. I'll show you my new review for the other phone. But in the meantime, just relax and just bear with me, all right? Peace out.